It's one of the words I can say really well. Astaxanthin, our topic for today. Thank you for joining the Dana and Wendy show.
Good morning, everybody.
Thank you.
Happy Monday. No, what's today? Thursday. Happy Thursday.
And take two.
Take two.
Good morning. Welcome to the Dana and Wendy show. It is Thursday, April the 1st. Not to be fooled. Not to be
I was
fooled.
fooling you.
Not to be fooled by that beautiful sunshine outside. It is chilly, and I'm still cold from walking, so I'm all bundled. It's too funny.
It is
Today,
April Fool's Day after all, you know.
Yes.
It is.
Today, I thought that we would talk about something that I can pronounce. Astaxanthin.
I don't think I can. I can spell it, maybe.
Can you?
Maybe.
Don't Google it.
Oh,
I see.
Too late.
I see you're too late.
It can't spell it either. Astra. A-S-R-A.
Astaxanthin.
And
I may not even be pronouncing it right either, but that's okay.
Okay. Keep going.
Oh, I didn't spell it right either. So anyways, when you're talking about astaxanthin is this incredible molecule or sort of chemical constituent of things that are red.
Things that are red.
Things that are red. No, like lobster and shrimp and crab and peppers and tomatoes and all these different aspects. It is really super, and I talk about it because I love high end antioxidants. Like I love looking for that biggest bang for the buck kind of idea, right? And I think astaxanthin, you go girl. Astaxanthin is just sort of one of those really great little things that God has provided for us to just be able to provide the highest sort of see, now I can't pronounce the other word. Carotenoid.
Carotenoid.
Tenoid. Thank you. Carotenoid. Thank you.
Yeah.
I am the worst today.
Well,
even when you're looking at that. Yeah, that's good. That's all I need for today. So, I mean, when you're looking at that aspect, it helps with promoting healthy skin. It helps in repairing cells. It benefits and helps with energy levels and fatigue, right? Especially even after exercise. It helps with elastin levels or the elasticity of the arterial walls. It can help with the maintain thickness of the arterial walls. It can help improve male fertility.
Wow.
But it shows that so the theory is, again, when you're looking at different researches, it has 6,000 times stronger than vitamin C in the antioxidant component of things. It has higher qualities than CoQ10. It's a higher benefit than green tea. It's 75%. This is what I'm just reading here, so I haven't done all that research, but I'm reading what it has done. Vitamin E, it's stronger than vitamin E. It's stronger than alpha lipoic acid, beta carotene, grapeseed extract. It suppresses DNA damage. So there's so much benefit. It really, and again, when you're talking from a natural food source or that this is from a plant base, you are looking at all that your body needs and doesn't need. It has a whole give and take component of things. It helps with sore joints, anti-inflammatory, anti-aging, immune system, blood pressure, cardiovascular, helps prevent cataracts, macular degeneration, and glaucoma. So that's, again, why I always research this sort of antioxidant. and then also reduces lactic acid. One of the things where I was introduced it was with my Euphoria supplements, and it has a high component of really high component of astaxanthin in it, and I think it's so incredible. Yes, you've been
Yes,
googling as we've
I'm
been
trying to
going here.
find it. I don't know anything about it, to be honest. And actually, what I went to
Oh,
grab is this one that I keep getting mixed up. And this is like a little sample that I had gotten from my biomed a while back, and it's called absinthium, and it is actually for digestive upset. So I keep getting mixed up with this one when you're talking that one. So it's very easy to get mixed up when we're talking a lot about different supplements and herbs and different things. Is it a herb or is it?
it's a well, it is a plant. It
Okay.
is in salmon. It's what makes things red,
Oh, okay.
right?
Oh,
So
so it's not a plant then.
it's that what that makes things red. So it's you're looking at and the reason I've mentioned to you quite a few times is that it is a natural sunblock.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I know you've mentioned it a
Yes,
few times because I do have issues with the sun, and I
correct.
mean, so many
Yes.
people do. So it's interesting. A natural
Yeah,
sun.
a natural. So natural sources of this astaxanthin. Let me go back here. I did something. Natural sources of astaxanthin, as everything is being slow today. You've got salmon, tomatoes, raspberries, red currants, um, blueberries, all this great food that would have this, but mostly the seafood, right? Because you,
Interesting.
yeah, yeah. So and it's amazing. So yes, astaxanthin sources. Again, it's still in your. Trying to find a quick little onesie twosie, but it's giving me a. It's difficult this morning.
Mm.
Difficult. I had a tough time falling asleep last night. I don't know what was up with that. Um, so yeah, astaxanthin rich food. Let's see, everything's being really slow. There's a really great little guide here. Um,
Mm.
details. Yeah, so you've got sources from Hawaii. You have sources from sort of all over the world, but you certainly do, if it's from the sea, you certainly want that that aspect of making sure that it is a very good source and a clean source as well, right? Um, but again, it's again all of those red vegetables, raspberries, blueberries, and everything's being really slow. I'm so sorry.
Oh, well, that's why there's an X in it. Yeah, I'm going to put this in the link. Right? Astaxanthin?
Astaxanthin. So yeah,
Right.
mostly shrimp, mostly salmon, cranberries, raspberries, lobster. Um, what else is in here? Anything that's red and pomegranates probably. But actually, what it really does, and that's why I just love it the most, is that it does provide that natural sunscreen benefit to it, and
Mhm.
I just love that. And I remember when I was first taking the Euphoria back about 3 years ago, I had this strange suntan looking thing. Like I was really tanned because it comes from the inside out, and it's
So,
interesting. So go ahead.
so it actually pigments us as well? Like it pigments, like I was just reading a little bit, it says it pigments everything from salmon, crab, shrimp, chicken, even egg. There's like that hint of red in the egg
Yeah,
yolk.
that's
So,
why
oh, interesting.
flamingos are pink.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Right, so because they're eating the sort of the what do they eat? The crustate, not the crustaceans, or the other
Yeah.
little things.
Uh-huh.
They eat fish eggs. They eat all this beautiful. Um, what is that called? What do whales eat? And
Well,
krill. So krill, I'm assuming krill has a sort of pink pigmentation to it, and that is the astaxanthin. So it must come from that sort of seaweed sort of maybe component as
mhm.
well. But because what do they all eat, right? What does salmon eat? What do shrimp eat? I think and crabs, they just eat probably everyone eats krill. But it's interesting, yeah. So the flamingos, the bright natural pigment of that as well comes from astaxanthin. And the great thing about it is it does provide that natural sunblock coming from the inside out. And
Yeah,
it's a
that's great.
cool color.
Yeah. I'm just reading also, I don't know what website you're on at the moment, but it says for people that have wrinkled skin. So perhaps somebody that's lost some weight and you have that excess skin and everything else. It's saying that research is showing that astaxanthin by mouth improves how quickly skin bounces back. So that elasticity or that skin turgor,
Hmm.
and reduces fine lines and wrinkles in middle-aged women. So I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I
Yeah,
might have
because it,
add
it,
some
it
color to my
comes
skin.
it comes from the inside out, truly.
Mm-hmm.
Truly. Um, so it is just it's incredible, and it is one of those, of course, hot topics, and so much research around it, so much research in it, right? I think it's just one of those great superfoods that are this new hidden secret, right? Because it was one
Mm-hmm.
of those Hawaiian myths. Everyone takes it in Hawaii as a natural sun protection.
Yeah.
They would eat it as part of their natural food, anyways, and I think that's incredible. But it is so great. It's such a high antioxidant, even for eye health, for
Yeah.
heart health, and for skin health. And so it really does a great job, even in um, reducing inflammation. So I'm on another article here. I'll probably give that to you, Wendy. I'll add it in the notes here. Um, Again, this one is more of that cell damage, improved circulation, and pain relief. And it is all about this secret marine component, right? So
So,
it's, go ahead.
no, I was just thinking like people that have allergies probably would stay away from this, just to be safe.
Yes,
I don't see any place that's saying that, but because it seems to be a pigment that comes
from fish,
yeah,
crabs, shrimp,
chemical
salmon.
called retinoids, naturally in certain algae and causes pink. Yeah, so it is a carotenoid that's found in algae basically, and
Hmm.
also fish eat it and then they turn red. So yeah, even the algae, I would probably stay away from, even if you're allergic, just to be on the safe side for
Yeah,
sure.
if you have severe fish allergies,
Hmm.
that is for sure. That's a good catch, Wendy. Good
Hmm.
for you.
The brain is working a little bit. I don't know. You had a rough night. I actually stayed up late on some calls last night, and I was yeah, that's not my norm. And so I had a sleepy time tea to make sure that I would go to sleep. And then I had some melatonin as well too. And although I slept, I think I probably went into a hard, deep sleep. Woke up once. My husband's like, "What are you doing up?" I'm just taking a break for hot flashes. And but I'm just so behind the ball today. I think I got too much sleep, or you have one of those deep, heavy sleeps that you don't move, or you don't. I don't know. It was
It's
just.
kind of like, yeah, I know what you're saying. It's also that I had a hard time falling asleep last night
Mhm.
because I was doing
Oh.
the my mind was racing, so I'm just like deep breathing, trying to relax, and then I fell asleep. And I don't know whether the fox was around. Our we got a motion sensor on the garage, which is, of course, I open all the blinds, of course, because it's beautiful out. I forgot to
Mhm.
close the blind, and there was like this. 3 o'clock in the morning, light come on, and then again at 4, and I look out, I'm making sure no one's breaking into the cars or anything, but I was like, damn fox. And then I was like 4 o'clock, and I'm thinking I did set my alarm for 5, but I haven't really slept, so I shut it off again. So much for starting my day at 5.
Yeah. I mean, I got out of bed about 5:45. So, I mean, it was like, should I go to sleep? Should I not? I'm struggling with myself to get up at 5. It just didn't happen. And that's okay. I got to be okay with that. It's you're going to have days like that. And that's just the way it goes. For those of you that are just joining us, Dana and I are kind of on a little journey right now where we're trying to shift over and wake up as early as possible to just get a better start on the day, to start our work day, to get focused, to get aligned, perhaps do some prayer time, some meditation time, some maybe exercise, quiet time journaling, just to really increase our focus. So that's why we're saying about waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning. For those of you that have ever read The Morning Miracle, this is part of that journey, as well as another journey that I'm starting is the 75 Hard as well too. Now, I'm not going to post too much about it because I'm not specifically doing the 75 Hard right away. I'm going to be working my way into it. And the days that I do it, I am going to celebrate for myself and congratulate myself. And the days that I don't do it, I'm not going to be too harsh on myself. And I think this, for me, is something that I have to honor because I know I can do it. I know that I can accomplish these great things, but I also have to understand that I'm coming from a place of, I don't know what the place is, but you just have to honor where you're at. And some days you just have to honor, you just have to sleep in a little bit more. Some days you're not going to get your 4 liters of water. And some days you're not going to be quite as focused and sharp as other days too. And that's okay. You really have to just be where you're at and honor that. And I had a meeting this morning at 11 and my friend is, she's not feeling right. She's not sleeping. She's, behind the 8 ball. And she's like, I'm sorry, but I have to cancel. And I was like, do what you have to do because that's what you need to do. You just don't go to the meeting and then your brain doesn't work properly or you look
Exactly.
like or whatever, you can't do that. So that's why it's so important to, okay. So Dana I'm just going to share this. Oh, I don't know if I can or not. Okay, I'll share it here.
Which, the article?
Yeah, the article, Mark's.
And then I often, everyone knows, well, I'm sure anyone in the essential oil world has heard of the Wellness Mama. And that's another article, but she actually takes it every day in the summertime too. So it's kind of cool.
Nice.
At least I hope there we go. So so we're both on this little journey of trying to be motivated and change and do that 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. start time because I actually have myself set up that I need to, because the day flies by so quickly. I can't even believe how fast it goes. And it's not like I'm looking up. It's like I'm digging deep and I'm on calls and I'm seeing clients. And so today again, it's just going to be a fast moving day today. And so then even with my online clients, it's even boom, it's fast, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
And wowzers.
Yeah. Are you getting into a routine of maybe looking at your schedule the night before? I know this is one of the suggestions that a lot of these books and things do. And I found that when I do that, I actually am very much more focused the next day.
Well, that could have been why I kept waking up thinking I'm going to miss it. I don't know.
Oh, well, and that's the thing. If you journal it out or just write it on a piece of paper or something, and then, stick it to your computer or stick it to your fridge or your coffee maker and go over it just very quickly, it's there and you're ready to go kind of thing. Yeah.
No, exactly. I have it all now in my schedule on my Google Calendar, so it does look crazy, but I did put it in nice rainbow colors, so it looks like really pretty. But I've given myself that time, and hopefully that mental note as soon as I need to do the reading, the journaling, the meditation, and the prayer. Um, I need to do that 10 pages of reading, or at least something to read. And then I'm doing the walking the dog. Just a sec. Linda, I'm on live.
We can hear you.
Okay. I'll be done at 10.
Okay.
Sorry about that. So, and then making sure I'm getting in that exercise as well and stretching, and then making sure I'm doing that 15 minutes of social media posting for my clients. That so everyone gets 15 minutes in the morning just to make sure everything's going as it should, right? Because Hootsuite keeps disconnecting, so I'm probably going to stop Hootsuite. It's just like maddening.
I noticed actually Tailwind is starting.
Right. So I've switched that up. We'll talk about that later today. But so just so that I'm sharing that, and then going to those individual pages and sharing 3 stories for the day, right? And connecting with our partners and connecting with our network partners and even liking or sharing, but really being targeted and doing that 15 minute, because we all know how we scroll and we get lost. And that's like a after supper thing. Like last night, even for supper, we were made a beautiful jerk chicken supper, but we all sat there and were on our phones, which was fine because we all were. It wasn't
Yeah.
like someone was left out. And James and Jonathan have been sort of in the Fairbanks area, and there is Zippo service.
Oh
Zippo
yeah,
service.
for sure.
Like if you want to check out and be isolated and not have any, like worries about things, Northern Ontario is
Fairbanks.
your place. Northern Ontario is your place to be. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that sounds like a lot, and I've kind of spaced it out with an hour per, so maybe that's too lenient, but that's a lot of stuff to get done, but at least I'm trying. And
Yeah.
I hope
We
to
might
get it
have
all
to
done
shift
before
that.
we do our lives daily.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
I said we might have to shift that as well too. I mean, depending upon what works really
Mhm.
well and what shifts and this is the whole thing that I know a lot of us, even within our own business, we really try to stipulate and emulate for our clients as well too. Is the simple fact that you try it out, you see what really fits well with you and your schedule and your internal clock, and then you just do the best as you can, and don't worry about, oh my goodness, it has to be here, it has to be here, it has to be here. Being a little bit flexible, and still getting the work done, but allowing yourself that flexibility to be alive and enjoy life. Because I mean, if we are too rigid with something like the Savers or the Morning Miracle and stuff like that, I think that it becomes, I
You
mean, for some
lose
people,
you
they
lose
need.
the you lose joy in it.
Yeah, if for some people they can do like very, very rigid and able to do the 75 hard, like to the letter, and do the Savers like boom, 120,000 days or whatever I see on these Facebook posts of people like, yeah, my life has changed and it's miraculous, and just because I did 140 days straight of this. Well, it's like seen in the moment for a lot of things though too, and understanding that you can find joy and happiness and satisfaction in the fact that, okay, well, I honored my body today. That was good. I was able to still get my affirmations in and my meditation time in. That was a good 45 minutes. So I didn't do my exercise. I'm working on taking in my water. I did my little bit of reading. I have to find a new book now because I've actually finished a book, which I haven't done in years, which is amazing for myself. And I'm really celebrating that. And again, it's that really taking that time to honor where you're at, wherever it is, while always striving for something better. So when we find something that really works, like this meditation and this affirmations that I'm doing right now, this really works for me no matter what time I wake up.
Mhm.
As long as it's in the morning, I do it first thing. It's been really good for me. So this is something I'm going to hang on to. The exercise thing, once it warms up, maybe I'll get out on the bike first thing in the morning. And that
It's
was really
chilly.
yeah, it's a little chilly right
It
now.
was chilly for a bike this morning, that's for sure.
And just being where you're at and being okay with that. And I think that's kind of, when we look towards our clients, when we're doing that, clients get all upset because they had a piece of cake one evening when they're trying to do a cleanse or follow a program or anything like that. And this is where you have to be okay with that. You have to give yourself a break. Don't beat yourself up over it. And in the next meal, in the next moment, do a little bit better. And because this is, getting towards our goals. We have our goals within our businesses. We have our goals within our personal lives, and our health journeys as well too. So these are all things that we just have to be very okay with. And I kind of think that's the message today, as well as sunblock.
Sunblock.
Making sure you get some internal sunblock. I'm curious.
You're honestly talking the most natural sunblock that you can possibly do.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I think so, but
yeah. For my friends that are on diuretic high blood pressure medication, know that your skin and your eyes, and we were talking about eyes health yesterday, are going to be more sensitive to the sun. So like for myself, my doctor changed my medicine, and I'm on a hydrochlorothiazide, and it is it's a diuretic basically, and you are understanding that you got to really watch the sun effects, because you're going to be more susceptible to sun as a result. So people that are already susceptible and hypersensitive to the sun, like my fair-skinned friends, then definitely be doubly aware and cautious. So that being said, I wanted to I can't figure out where it would be at the moment, but if you click on the notification button, maybe it's down in Dana's corner there, you will get notified when we come live. Sometimes we're a little bit late. Sometimes we do things on the spur of the moment. Sometimes it's all over the place. But normally we like to come on at 9. And if you actually poke in on that button, or that little bell notification button, you will get notified when we come on live, and it'll give you kind of a reminder that you can join us on Monday mornings, or Tuesday mornings, or Wednesday mornings, or Thursday mornings, or Friday mornings, and around 9 o'clock pretty much. And you can have your coffee with us and sit down and chat about astaxanthin and savers and
also I wanted to also say that there's going to be some changes come out with Facebook, because it just loves to keep us on our toes. So make sure you follow us as well as liking us, because those likes may go away. But to follow us so that you're staying on top of what we're talking about, you catch and follow us for our lives, both of us, Wendy and Dana, and just and make sure, if you want to know the specials or the different things or the special programs that we actually do, then of course subscribe to our newsletters. So
yes. I don't think I have a link up for that in the comments, but this is something that we should be putting in there. But I mean, anytime you go to the link tree, you're going to be able to get an opportunity to connect with down newsletters, and it's not stuff that we spam either. We're not sending you tons of things that you're never going to look at. It's the occasional letter, email that's going to just inform you of what's going on. Perhaps programs that are being launched, maybe some informational stuff with like astaxanthin, or just fun things. Like sometimes we send out notifications if we've decided to theme a week. Sometimes we don't. That's just the nature of what we do, because we just like
how we roll. That's how we roll. Yes.
How we roll.
That's how we
So
roll.
we will cut it off there, everybody. Have a wonderful April Fool's Day. Be sure to keep on your toes today because it is a day that you might get fooled. And there's a lot of crazy stuff going on out there in the world right now that we think is kind of foolish anyways. But
Well, I really, really hope that Doug Ford was just playing April Fool's joke on us today on the announcement that
yes,
came out today.
that third, yes, that third, I can do what I want message coming today. Okay.
All right, everyone, be blessed on your journey. Make
Yes.
wise decisions and stay happy. That's all we ask. Stay happy.
Take care.